My generation is unrivaled. When it came to childhood shows, we got the best of the best. Of course, though, in this video, we're not talking about all of them because that would take way too long. But if you want me to talk about it, let's get this video to, I don't know, 70 likes. If this happens, I will 1000% talk about other big bangers like Samurai Jack, Max Steel, and Sonic X. But without further ado, let us get to the shows that we have today. Spectacular Spider-Man. Wow, this thing has aged perfectly. It is one of a few shows that you can watch as a kid and be like, wow, there is a plot and I think I understand what's going on. And it's really good. This is the first show I've ever watched that the character choices actually has consequences. And it was phenomenal. Peter adopting Venom caused Venom to be born into this world. And then when it took over his best friend, it was his fault because he didn't let his friend in knowing what was going on. Peter's actions led to his downfall. And Peter's downfall led to him being a better hero. And it's just beautiful storytelling. And even little kid me could realize, wow, this is a pretty good show. I didn't understand the nuances of storytelling, but right now I still don't understand, but I understand way better than I did back then. And my gosh, my little heart, when Mary Jane Watson knocked on the door to Peter, everyone remembers this moment. Let me picture this for you. The aunt just went to Peter saying like, don't worry, I got someone for the dance for you. Peter went like, what? I told you not to get anybody. I was just gonna go there and take my L. No, the aunt came in clutch, said, remember that neighbor I told you about, Mrs. Personality? Well, she's here right now. Here's a corset, now go get him. Peter was hesitant. He walked to the door. He didn't know what was gonna happen. He opened the door, and then what do we see? Mary Jane Watts with that sass, the eyes, and hello, Tiger. Oh, I don't know what. That made me feel things right there. It is very sad still to look back on it and realize they weren't able to finish the story that they wanted to tell, but for what they did, it was still phenomenal. Avatar: The Last Airbender was also a story that executed their plot perfectly. Unlike Spectacular Spider-Man, Avatar: The Last Airbender was able to finish its whole entire story and we could see it unfold beautifully. And the power concept of the story was just perfect for a kid. I would be there in my garage trying to learn how to earthbend, but then kind of coming to the realization that, man, I can't really earthbend a chair. So, you know, you just run off, grab a chair, sit it down, and then you eventually accept that maybe you can't really be a bloodbender, lava bender, water bender. Basically, you just can't be a bender. And then you come to terms with it. But this show also had a great sense of respect. Any age range you could think of. You talk about the show, respect. You say, man, I grew up on this show. People will look at you with respect. They will say to you, yo, you have chosen a great show to watch. That or you just got lucky and you opened up Nickelodeon at the right time. But sometimes I would say something so dumb. I'll be like, yeah, I watched Avatar: Last Airbender. It was fantastic. But yo, that My Little Pony though. Digimon Data Squad. This primarily was my Digimon show that I really do love. And it had one of the best Digimon MCs. There is no coming together with power. Bro, there's just these knuckles and what they can possibly do to somebody. Because Marcus Damon is a certified badass in every single sense of the word. Digimon be Digimon? Hell no. In this show, we got human be Digimon somehow. And has one of my all-time favorite type of Agumons. Well, not Agumon, but Greymons. Shine Greymon was breathtaking. Burst mode was OG YuGiOh. That was the show that I wanted to go. I got the Egyptian gods. Well, all you got is your gaming mods. YuGiOh was the one for me. So sit down and let me be the greatest champion that's ever lived. So I sit on my throne and just derive. Thank you, thank you. Oh man, your applause are all too great and generous. But back down to business. YuGiOh was slow, but my god, they're monsters though. Woo-wee. The Egyptian god cards, Scyther the Sky Dragon, the Winged Dragon of Ra, and Obelisk the Tormentor. Those are like 3 cults you could join. If you're the Raws, people think that you're arrogant, you're selfish, and you think you're God. If you're Slifer, people think that you're the main character and that you just like to hoard everything. Because the more you hoard, the powerful you are. And if you're Obelisk, you love to go to the gym religiously. And for some odd reason, you look really, really cool in Jump Force. And another perk of really loving YuGiOh is it has one of the best merchandises of all times. Cards? That was YuGiOh's main trademark. So when you go to the store, you buy a pack of cards, you assemble your deck, you go challenge your friend, you just have a blast of a time. But of course, nowadays, I tried that and I lost in round 2 every single time because my deck was just prehistoric. I didn't know about these field spells. I didn't know about all these synchro summons XY summons, pendulum summons, I don't know, black hole summons. There's so many different types of ways to summon your cards. There's so many gameplays, so many mechanics, so many archetypes, just so many new rules that I did not understand. So sure, I may not be able to play in the current meta, but I can still look back and realize Gandor Cross was ridiculous. Thank you all for all your support. You guys stay safe and peace.